Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq receives His Excellency Minister of Foreign Affairs of Bahrain at Al Baraka Palace. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq receives at Al Baraka Palace credentials of several ambassadors from the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Minister of Interior discusses with governors mechanisms to develop the work of municipal councils. And the tender board approves several development projects tenders with values exceeding 304 million Omani riyals. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq gave an audience this morning to His Excellency Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Bahrain at Al Baraka Palace. During the meeting, His Excellency the guest conveyed the greetings of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, King of the Kingdom of Bahrain, and his best wishes to His Majesty the Sultan and the Omani people. His Majesty the Sultan also asked His Excellency to convey his greetings to His Majesty the King of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Bahraini people. During the meeting, points of views were reviewed on current issues in the region and their Gulf and international repercussions, as well as discussing ways to enhance areas of cooperation and partnership between the Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Bahrain at various levels to serve mutual interests. The meetings were attended by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, the Foreign Minister, while from the Bahraini side it was attended by His Excellency Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki, Minister of the Cabinet Affairs, and His Excellency Dr. Juma bin Ahmed Al Qabi, the Ambassador of the Kingdom of Bahrain, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq received separately at Al Baraka Palace the credentials of a number of Their Excellencies, the ambassadors of sisterly and friendly countries accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Majesty the Sultan received credentials of the following ambassadors: His Excellency Haider Bark Tomatov, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary Ambassador of His Excellency President Qasim Jomart Tokayev of the Republic of Kazakhstan, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Francisco Givarda Istries, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary Ambassador of His Majesty King Philip VI of the Kingdom of Spain, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Bashir Hassan Haji, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary Ambassador of His Excellency President Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud of the Federal Republic of Somalia, a credit to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Rashad Ismailov, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary Ambassador of His Excellency President Dr. Ilham Haider Aliyev of the Republic of Azerbaijan, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Nabil Hajlawi, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary Ambassador of His Excellency President Emmanuel Macron of the French Republic, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Agis Louise, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary Ambassador of His Excellency President Nikos Christodoulou of the Republic of Cyprus, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. Okay. His Excellency Abdi Aden Koryo, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary Ambassador of His Excellency President Dr. William Ruto of the Republic of Kenya, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. Her Excellency Tharwa Hamid Al Naimat, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary Ambassador of His Majesty King Abdullah II Ibn Al Hussein of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Ibrahim bin Saad bin Bishan, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary Ambassador of the Custodian of the two Holy Mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. Their Excellencies, the ambassadors conveyed the greetings of their countries' leaders of His Majesty the Sultan, expressing their honor and happiness to present their credentials to His Majesty the Sultan. Their Excellencies hoped that the work mission will be crowned with success in serving the common interests between their countries and the Sultanate of Oman, stressing their keenness and determination to enhance cooperation, investment and partnership relations in all fields to serve the aspirations of the people of their countries and the Omani people. His Majesty the Sultan welcomed their Excellencies, the ambassadors, expressing his thanks and appreciation to the leaders of their countries, to the greetings and good wishes, wishing them success in performing the duties. His Majesty the Sultan stressed that they will receive support and assistance from the government to enable them to accomplish their duties easily to achieve the common goals and desired objectives. The credentials ceremony was attended by His Excellency, the Minister of the Diwan of Royal Court, His Excellency, the Foreign Minister, the Commander of the Royal Guard of Oman, His Excellency, the Head of the Royal Protocol, and the military aides in His Majesty, the Sultan's office. His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior, chaired the second meeting this year with Their Highnesses, Excellencies, and the Excellencies of the Governors. The meeting discussed a number of topics on the agenda, including a proposal to develop municipal councils by holding several programs and seminars in the coming period, as well as developing work in the governorates in a way that contributes to achieving the goals of sustainable development. His Excellency stressed the importance of continuing coordination between the governorates and the competent authorities in everything that serves the development plan, projects and efforts to implement them, and keenness to enhance communication with citizens and activate community partnership. The Tender Board awarded in its fifth meeting this year several additional works for development projects in various fields with a total value exceeding 304 million Omani riyals. The works approved by the board included the dual carriageway project for Adam Thamreit Road, parts 3, 4 and 5 of Jabal Shams Road, the construction of the Dakhliya Road, and the boulevard and the development of the seafront of Al-Ashkara Beach, the TV and digital promotion project for the Sultanate of Oman in various global markets, and additional projects and the protection dam in the Jifan Muscat Governorate. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Saeed bin Mohammed Al Sakri, Minister of Economy and Chairman of the Tender Board. The Strategic and Defense Studies Academy of the Ministry of Defense and the Near East South Asia Center for Strategic Studies, NASA, in the United States of America signed a memorandum of understanding on cooperation in academic and scientific fields. This took place when Major General Hamid bin Ahmed Sakroon, head of the Strategic and Defense Studies Academy, received Dr. Roger D. Kangas, Academic Dean of NASA in the United States of America. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, hear the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq receives His Excellency Minister of Foreign Affairs of Bahrain at Al Baraka Palace. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq receives at Al Baraka Palace the credentials of several ambassadors accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Minister of Interior discusses with the governors mechanisms to develop the work of municipal councils. And the Tender Board approves several development projects tenders with a value exceeding 304 million Omani riyals. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night and stay safe.